Okay, so talking about Villanelle, throughout the first two seasons, they develop such an intense love and hate relationship. It's like almost an addiction. And I thought it kind of felt like an impossible love story where they sort of form two halves of a whole. And, what also fascinated me was their encounters are always so charged with sexual tension, but it's always ambiguous and mysterious. Their relationship just escapes all labels. And I think this ambiguity is what gives the show its radical power to subvert genre and gender conventions. But, in this season, in season 3, we don't really see them come in contact as often. And so I'm wondering how you see their relationship in this season and how they're continuing to influence each other.
A type of relationship that is set up like that, which is high stakes, high sexual tension, high everything, high drama,
Right.
like, death, life and death.
Yes.
One of the challenges in having these characters in a television show, as opposed to a film or a play, let's say, is that it is very difficult to keep that level of tension believable, because in a television show you are needing to move the characters forward no matter what, even if they have a baseline connection. What you said, this ambiguous, charged, sexual, energetic rivalry, mother-daughter, all this stuff that's
Everything.
all in it.
Yeah.
It started in the pilot. I don't think that Phoebe, we never even really discussed it. And I don't really think Phoebe necessarily thought it out. It just played out the way that it did. The way that Jodie and I played it out was the way that it played out. And it was that kind of, it was the kind of magic that can happen in film. And this, because it's an energetic thing. So your question about how we've taken this kind of ambiguous and charged relationship into the third series, the challenge, again, dramaturgically, is how to make it grow. So while I would say, and I don't want to give too much away, but
Of course.
while their first encounter in the third season is kind of exactly their relationship, is something that is exactly what they are, and is filled with a lot of energy. A lot of energy. It moves out of it because the two individual characters are going through a disillusionment in some way. Right? So when they actually come back together at the end, not to, again, give too much away, but when they come back together in the end, they've realized, one, they're not afraid of each other in the same way, right? The charge has now even kind of moved into trust, or the charge has moved into understanding. You're not my mortal enemy anymore.
Right.
We've now gone through the same war together, and they're still the enemy. Do you know what I mean? So they're more the enemy towards us, and we know more, like we're more connected. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
I said that all wrong, but
No, I mean,
basically
for Eva Villanelle, they've kind of gone through the crazy honeymoon phase, and now they're living together. For the two of them, looks very different from your conventional couple, but yeah.
Also, is there now a new interpretation that they have of Eva Villanelle's relationship, and always, is it possible to be in a relationship with each other? Because also, as you know, dramaturgically, the romance is why it's a romance is because it doesn't work.
Right. An impossible love story.
Yes.
I feel like I'm taking a class on storytelling.
It's because it doesn't work. And so
Right.
I think we're always kind of examining that to one extent or another.
Right.